I'm Wyatt Shears, and I play bass.
I'm Fletcher Shears. I play drums, do some electronics, do a little bit of singing too sometimes.
And a little bit of dancing. This is The Garden. Originally just pretty much off whim, but now it just kind of like relates to like just growing, you know, in general, like as musicians and as a band, and you know, just as like a garden would grow, you know.
Because the person we were in a band with before this wanted to do different things. We were already doing this, so we just made it the main focus.
Yeah, just
Been
kind
the
of
main focus ever since, basically.
Yeah, it was an easy switch. Well, we had played a show at Burger Records, and we had already known the guys, Sean and Lee, prior to that, and so they offered to put out a tape just like they had put out a tape for our last band. And the reason it was a tape is because they specialize in tapes and records, so it was kind of easy, and then from there we just, you know, we went with it.
Yeah, they only really did records or CDs if they really liked something and it was new to them at the time, so they wanted to start off with the tape.
They're great with tapes though.
We actually did release a tape before that on just independently, but nobody really knows about that one.
Yeah, it's essentially just, you know, being able to just be free with your creative expressions and, you know, just you kind of have your own world and not worry about what else is going on, and not use too much of what has already happened. Just try to make your own thing as much as possible, and, you know, just straight up positivity, essentially. Yeah, sure.
No. That was our first show in Germany.
Yeah, that was the first show. It went really well. The sound guy was really nice, and
yeah, I remember stage diving a few times and I never got caught, and it was kind of a big stage, but yeah, that's what sticks with me the most.
How far is Lee's Palace from here? Oh, okay. I don't know, just asking.
We knew him prior, so nothing super intense or anything.
Yeah, that's funny. I actually totally forgot about that for a few years and then just brought it up the other day. It's funny that you asked.
We were face painting a lot of times in the past, but I think we kind of brought it back in a different way, because we always kind of feel like jesters represent what we're doing in a lot of ways. Like, jesters traditionally would perform for the king, or they would perform for a big crowd of people and either just entertain them or make them laugh or whatever, and we feel like that kind of fits the role of what we do on stage a lot of the time. Not that we're up there trying to make people laugh, but, you know, it's kind of like an entertainment thing. So for us, it kind of just like, it was just a shape, I guess, we took for a while because it represented what we were doing.
And not to mention the classic medieval jesters just look really cool. So. I don't really know, to be honest. That's always a question that's hard for me to answer, because most of the time I just try to look like set, I guess, you know, like today, for instance, I don't really know what I'm doing because I had to wake up at 8 in the morning. Like, it's kind of just like the way it goes. Just like you get up, especially when you're on tour, you get up, you drive, and then you kind of just figure all that stuff out last minute, you know. So I want to, you know, I guess look put together in my own personal way. So I guess that's my expression. But, you know, as far as it goes, I just try not to think about it too much, because if I think about it too much, then I'll just probably end up just looking weird. Yeah, totally. Yeah. In Germany, we played at like 3 as well. So it really just depends what slot you get. In my opinion, 3, I don't like playing that late, but you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it was more of just like, it felt more just like of a late show, less of a festival, just more of like just a super late show.
Yeah, it was definitely a sleepy night after that.
I don't know if it's necessarily important. I guess it just kind of depends on what person you are. But I mean, he's been doing his since like 11. I've been doing mine since 12. It's nothing that was planned out. Like, okay, we're gonna both have side projects. Even though they both, at times, I feel like maybe sometimes they look like they were planned to like coincide with each other. They really just came out of randomness. Like,
yeah, I was actually strangely enough, doing mine before the garden. So the garden is my side project. Joy's my main thing, technically, but not really.
It's definitely changed a lot. When we were young, it wasn't existing as far as like the bands now and Burger Records and stuff.
Well, it was existing, but it was in like early stages, so it wasn't as easy.
No, when we were young, like really young, and first started going to shows, it wasn't there. Burger came around 2008 to 2009. By that time, we were already in high school, so that's kind of when we found out about it and whatnot. But before that, it was just like random punk shows and stuff like that would like appear kind of sort of like out of the blue. Or there was a venue called the Observatory in Santa Ana that used to be called the Galaxy. A lot of shows would happen there, and it was kind of more of like a dump before they changed into Observatory, and now everybody plays Observatory, so it's kind of like the main bigger venue in Orange County.
I feel like it's always fluctuating too, I have to say. Not in Orange, because there's really nothing going on there at the moment except for the Observatory that I can think of that's not. The Observatory is really the only all ages place. Every other all ages place, shout out to you guys, you suck, because they make everybody sell tickets, so it's just super annoying and super not progressive for anything. So you guys got to change that. Chain Reaction, I'm looking at you. And then in LA, there's events that go on and on and off. There's places that shut down and open up. So it's it is what it is. It's pretty cool. It's nice.
I tried to personally not take. I mean, sometimes I get inspired by things I see or things I experience, but I guess when I'm sitting down to write music, I just try to like pull whatever I can from myself, or like whatever impression I got from something else, the way it made me feel. I guess just pull whatever feeling I got from that into my music instead of taking something that somebody else already felt from it. I guess, if that makes any sense.
Sometimes for me it's like close friends or like siblings or loved ones, like anybody who's making music and like putting things out and actually being productive about it. That always motivates me. Like, oh, he's doing that. Oh shit! Like sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say a cuss word. Or like I can do the same thing too. Like I can keep going. I can like make it even cooler or whatever the case is. I think usually what's going on in my direct circle, like around me, is like the most influential probably. Just because it's people I know, and I always like listening to people I know's music.
Yeah, I admire people who are focused and like to progress and move forward and like challenge themselves,
or just do it because they like it. Thank you guys. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so